What's good, y'all, man? We back again with another video. Today, I have another kind of a bold prediction video, but the first video I made with my bold predictions, those are also some people's bold predictions from the Who Has Hoops community. So this is really just going to be my bold prediction video. So let's just get started. For my first bold prediction is the New Orleans Pelicans make a Western Conference run. Now, this might feel like 1 year too soon or 2 years too soon, but just looking at this team in the in the preseason, I'm kind of lost for words of how good they are and how good they could be. Not in the future, but this year. I was talking to a couple guys earlier in this Twitter group chat, and I was just telling them, like, yo, this team is like really fucking good. Like, who do y'all think they can't beat? And one team they brought up was the Warriors. I just felt like, and I agree because I feel like that small ball lineup can fucking kill them. It can. But I just think the Warriors is the only team I don't see them beating. And somebody brought up, well, what if, like, how are they going to run small, like, against a team like the Clippers? And my whole thing is that shit, it's not really going to hurt them that much, because what the fuck is Rocco going to do to make you scared of Zion defense? Because the main point of what he was trying to say was Zion cannot be the 5 in the small ball lineup, which makes sense, but like, yo, is Rocco going to make me pay? No, the fuck he's not. So I'm not worried about that. I just put Zion out there next to Rocco, next to that three-point line, and I have these other 4 guys who can stick defense, guard up the wings, and that's just how that's going to work. But looking at this team, just look at the different lineups they have. If you want to go fast, bet we running Jose Alvarado at the 1, Trey Murphy at the 2, Herb at the 3, B.I. at the 4, and Zion. Not even that. Actually, you can run Jose Alvarado at the 1, Herb Jones at the 2, B.I. at the 3, Zion at the 4, and Jackson Hayes at the 5. They showed that lineup not with Zion in the playoffs, and it won them game 2 because Jackson Hayes went crazy in the beginning of that quarter, in the third quarter in game 2 against the Suns. And if you want to go big, we can run out a lineup of B.I., Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Zion, and Jonas Valanciunas. If you want to play in the half court, bet we just run our starting lineup. If you want to go small, bet we go Herb Jones. We go Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, B.I., and Zion. They can literally do anything you want to do, and that's just without me naming their deep-ass bench. Their 11 best players is Larry Nance, and Larry Nance won them the play-in. He won them the 2 games in the play-in. Just his offensive rebounding and him being able to switch on to the guards won them that play-in. And he also played a big part in them winning a couple games in the series. And just looking at their bench, you have Dyson Daniels, who might not even get minutes in his first year. And he also is a really good NBA player. He showed it the other day. The dude he shot terrible. He had shot really bad. He only had 5 points. You look at the rest of his stats, he had 5 rebounds. He had 8 assists, and then he had 5 steals. He's a Lonzo type player. His comparison coming out of college, coming out of the G League, was Lonzo without the shooting, because he can just do everything you need. You have him as your 3rd string point guard. And don't get me wrong, he's going to take that spot. Like Devontae Graham, you're not safe. He's going to take that spot. But as right now, he's your 3rd string point guard. You have a bench of Herb Jones. Not Herb Jones. I don't know why I keep saying his name. Devontae Graham, Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy, Larry Nance, Jackson Hayes, Willie Hernangomez, Dyson Daniels. That is a deep bench. Najee Marshall, that's 12 players off their bench. Even Jared Butler, he's not going to get time, but he's a good long 3-and-D wing, and I love how they're doing that. They're just getting these long 3-and-D wings. Pause. You have him off your bench. They just so deep, and then you look at the top. You have 2 top 20, 2 top 25 players in Zion and Brandon Ingram. You have one of the best vets in the league, and C.J. McCollum. You have one of the best defenders in the league in his 2nd year, in Herb Jones. You have one of the most consistent centers, one of the most underrated centers in the league, in Jonas Valanciunas, and I'm not scared of that lineup with Zion and Jonas Valanciunas, because I just seen Zion get 27 on 60% shooting next to fucking Steven Adams. So I'm not worried about how they're going to fit. And then you have the coach of Willie Green. This team can beat damn near every team in the West. They can do that. The one team I say scares me other than the Warriors is the Nuggets, but I think like they're going to have to stop Jokic. That's going to be hard, but them other guys, they damn near clamp. Put Herb Jones on Jamal Murray, that's cake. You let Michael Porter Jr. shoot as much as he wants. But who is going to guard Zion and B.I.? You put Aaron Gordon on BI if you want, or you put Aaron Gordon on Zion. Nigga, put Jokic on Zion if you want. Jokic will foul out in every game. Like, they can beat them. They can beat the Clippers. That's kind of harder, actually, now that I think about it. But they can beat the Clippers. That's two of the deepest teams going against each other. Two of the best black coaches in the league going against each other, so I love that already. They can beat them. I don't think they can beat the Warriors. They washed the Mavericks. To me, they washed the Mavericks, like in 5 or 6. They washed the Mavericks. Washed the Lakers. Washed the Suns. I think they beat the Timberwolves pretty easily. That could be a harder series. I would say 6 or 7, but they just had the best player by far. They can beat a lot of teams, man. I'm really investing into the New Orleans Pelicans, man. They are really good. I don't think last year was a fluke. Like, they made the play-in starting off 3-13. They made it for a reason. They pushed that team to 6 for a reason. They're really good. And now you got Zion. Like, they can beat a lot of guys. Second bold prediction is, and it's not really a prediction, it's just, I guess it is, AD's back to being a top 10 player. I'm loving what I'm seeing from AD these first 2 games in the play-in. Why do I keep saying play-in? In the preseason, he looks really good as far as, like, he looks like 2020 AD. He looks aggressive. He's playing big. He's playing more in the mid-range. He's not trying to space it out to the 3, even though he hit a couple threes the other day. And even on defense, he looks good on defense. He had that one amazing block yesterday on, I would say, it was Steph Curry, I think. And he was playing really good yesterday. He was running a lot, falling on the floor a little bit too much for my liking, but he looks really good. And I loved how he was getting to the line a lot yesterday. Just bullying his little matchups that he has all the time. And that was something he wasn't doing in the last 2 years. He was trying to spread his game out, trying to shoot more threes, and that's just not what we need from you, AD. We need you to be that monster that we traded for and that we got in 2020. And that's what he was doing yesterday. He was bullying Kevin Looney, little ass. They didn't even dare to try to put James Wiseman on him. They put Jonathan Kuminga. He was bullying him. Like, I expect him to be a top 10 player, and not even just top 10. When AD was healthy, he was top 7. He's over Embiid right now without being healthy. I'm taking that. So, that's what I got from him. I think with him being our number 1 option, that's what I heard Darvin Ham say he wants is for AD to be the number 1 option. They're going to run it through AD. I also think we can be a top 6 seed in the West or a top 7 seed in the West. And with him playing like he's been playing, hopefully he can stay healthy. That's his, I had to say it. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He can touch that MVP race that I didn't think he can touch because I didn't know what AD was getting. But if we're getting the AD that we've been getting for these first couple these first couple preseason games, I'm really excited what I'm getting from AD this year. And then I guess 2 more. Alright, so my next kind of bold prediction is, and I kind of said this in one of my older videos, I think it was a Warriors video that I recorded a couple weeks ago, but we're going to see Klay Thompson back, not in prime form, because when he was in prime form, like, 2019 Klay was fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know why he wasn't the top 75 player of all time, but I think he's going to go back to being an all-star. I just don't think he's declining. A lot of people said he was declining last year, and I kind of questioned what the fuck was y'all watching to think that, and not realizing that his IQ was just fucked up. And we all know why his IQ was fucked up. He was so happy to be out there that he was dribbling more and he was shooting dumb shots. But other than that, he still shot 30% from the 3, 38% from the 3. And in the finals, he showed that he's still a really good defender. So I think he's going to go back to being their second or third best player. And if he's that, they, like, again, it's another championship. Because I don't think he's declining at all. I don't really have nothing to say about this. He's not declining. I don't see what y'all see. A lot of people have been saying he's declining. A lot of people saying Jordan Poole's going to fuck out of here. Jordan Poole's not taking shit. And I'm a Jordan Poole guy, but he's not taking shit, bro. He's not. That's Klay shit. And I think he's going to be an all-star this year. But for my last bold prediction, I have my Cleveland Cavaliers finishing as the top seed. That's just a bold prediction. Even in my prediction video the other day, I didn't have that, but I did say it's a possibility that can happen. I just think we have one of the best defenses in the league, and at that time last year when we were the best defense in the league, we were a top seed, and the one thing we didn't have was another person next to Darius Garland that can kind of take the responsibilities of being the main scoring option off of Darius Garland. Now we have that. And Donovan Mitchell, who was shown by himself, he can be a top 5 offense. So if we have a top 5 defense and a top 5 offense, we can be a really good and really fun and really dominant regular season team. I think we have the pieces all around. A lot of people say we don't have no bench, and that just showed me y'all niggas just don't watch ball. Like Dean Wade, Lamar Stevens are quality NBA players, and that's all we need them to be is quality NBA players to stick 3 and shoot 3s, and that's what they thrive at. Cedi Osman, same thing, stick D and shoot 3s. That's what he thrives at. And then when we get Evan Mobley back, we're talking about a bench lineup of not Caris LeVert. We're talking about a bench lineup of Isaac Okoro. As soon as we get Rubio back, Kevin Love, Dean Wade, Lamar Stevens, Robin Lopez. We even got a deep, fun, young bench. Not young. We have a lot of vets on that bench, but a veteran-led bench. And then we have one of the best defensive coaches in the league. So, like, by default, we're going to be a top 5 defense. I can see us being a really good regular season team. It's not me saying that we can make a deep push in the East, because I feel like the East has the juggernauts, like they have the guys. So I feel like that's going to be hard for us to do. But I also think we could beat a lot of teams in the East. So that's it for this video. I don't want to make it go any longer than it has to be. But yeah, I think the Cavs can be really good as far as in the regular season. I think the Pelicans can make a deep run. I'm not talking about the second round. I'm talking about they can make it to the Western Conference Finals. If everything's right, they can make it to the Western Conference Finals. And I think AD's back. I think he's back. Same thing with Klay Thompson. I think they're both back. I don't see decline in neither one of them two. And especially Klay, I still don't understand why y'all keep saying that. And Anthony Davis, the way he's looking in these first 2 games, he has me all bought in. But last video recorded of the day. I'm tired. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.